Going on YouTube, traders, investors? Today we're going to be looking at a stock that pays over a 12% dividend yield. Stay tuned. Before we get in the video, there's going to be a link in the description below for Robinhood. If you use that link to sign up, you get a free stock, I get a free stock, it's all good. And you stand a chance to get in a stock like Slack, Uber, Beyond Meat, Energy Transfer, CenturyLink, SunPower, and many more. And the best thing about it, it's totally free. You don't pay a dime to trade stocks, trade options. It's completely free. So please use that link in the description to be greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance. Here we are on Vector Group, ticker symbol VGR. A little about Vector Group is they're a holding company which manufactures and sells tobacco products. They're also involved in real estate businesses. They've been around since 1980. A little bit about Vector Group in the past month. On July 26th, they were added to the S&P Small Cap 600 Index, which gave them about a 15% bump. On August 7th, they had an earnings beat on the top and bottom. They came in at 29 cents per share EPS with an expected 10 cents. So they beat their earnings by like 190% when it comes to EPS. Sales was also a beat. It came in at like 538 million, which ended up being almost 9% beat on sales. So they're definitely on the rise. I mean, you couldn't tell by today, but it's looking like today is going to be a very bad day. And I'm recording this video on the 27th of August. It's not going to go out today. It'll probably come out Friday, or will be released Friday. So it could have bounced back since then. But anyways, on to Vector Group. Vector Group pays over a 12% dividend yield. We're going to scroll down and look. See this right here? This is wrong. That's wrong. Robinhood doesn't update this. It's not continually updated. Like, the dividend yield is going to fluctuate as the stock rises and lowers and stuff like that. So that's not right. Go somewhere else to get the proper dividend yield. I go to FinViz, which we're going to be jumping over to FinViz here in a few minutes. But first, we're going to head over to Thinkorswim platform before. But we're going to look at a couple more things here. Average price paid for Vector Group is $14.63. That's in the Robinhood platform. So right now it's 16% lower. But it is trending up, as I'm going to show you when we get to the charts. Earnings, as you can see, the last earnings was a nice beat. And I want to say they went up like 8%. Don't quote me on that. We'll look at it when we get to the Thinkorswim platform, which we're going to go ahead and jump over to right now. Okay, we're back on the 180-day chart in the Thinkorswim platform of Vector Group. As you can see, in the past 180 days, we've been up and down, up and down, up and down, up until hitting this high of around 13 bucks. And I explained all the catalysts that led to this $13 high. The stock is trending up. Trending up. It is above the 200, above all the moving averages. And as you can see, the 200 has started to turn up. That is a good sign. Very good sign. And for a stock that pays a dividend like this, to be able to get some growth out of it is a good thing. So we're going to look at what led to this. They hit that $8.62 low back at the end of May. And since then they went up, they hit the 200, broke through the 200, and then came back down. And we have a big period of consolidation. Let's look and see. So mid-June till basically the 26th of July, when I said they were added to the S&P Small Cap Index, the 600. And that's when they took off. Like, if we look at this, the reports I was reading was like 15%. It looks like at the very high. So in that day, it rose over 26%. Over 26% when they were added. And of course, you had a sell-off, because that's a huge amount in one day, especially for this particular stock. It dropped back down to the 200. So basically it's bouncing off the 200, bounced off the 200. Then on August 7th, like I said, you had that earnings beat. And we can look at this low all the way up to this high, over 18% or around 18%. And since then it's trended up. We're going to zoom in a little bit. Since that earnings beat, it's pretty much been above the 9-day. But this is where we're going to get to where this stock is going. I knew after it hit that high of 13, we're going to have somewhat of a pullback. Now, I was thinking around $12, but I don't know what's going on today. I haven't looked at the news, but I know my portfolio is taking a little bit of a hit. Something probably trade talk related. China probably retaliated on something. Not sure. Haven't looked at it yet. But anyway, I was thinking this stock was going to pull back to about $12 and would be a good time to get in. I'm not invested in this stock, but I am looking at it. I think last year I was in it for a while for that dividend, but I'm looking at getting back in it just for the simple fact you've got all this recession talk. And if you talk about something long enough, it's probably going to happen. So they're saying in the next 6 to 18 months. So I want to get in some stocks that are going to be paying me. Now, probably everything is going to go down if we get in a recession, 20, 30%. But you want to be able to make some money, get in these stocks with yields. So I was thinking $12, but I'm probably thinking it's going to pull back a little more, probably around $11.70, maybe a little lower than that. But like I said, that 12%, over 12% dividend is a great dividend. Now we're going to switch over to FinViz and just look at some of the financials on Vector Group. Here we are on finviz.com, probably the best free stock screener out there. Once you come here, you're going to type your ticker symbol in that you're looking for. It's going to pull up a daily chart. They provide trend lines, their own little trend lines on their charts. We've already looked at the chart, so we're going to scroll down. Here's the dividend of $1.60 per share. Divide that over 4 quarters. You're getting 40 cents per share per quarter. And if you can look over here, the week they're up, the month they're up, the quarter they're up, half year they're up. The year they're still down. They took that big downturn with everybody pretty much. So, but performance for year to date, they're up 30%. Today is not going to be a good day. I was already expecting a pullback. It's probably more like 3% right now. Not a lot of analysts have rated this stock lately. The last one was in July of 2015. So we're not even going to bother with that. We'll scroll down, look at some news. Here's why Philip Morris stock is down 4 point. Oh, that's what I'll hit on real quick before we end this video. You know, Vector Group deals with tobacco. You know, I already got into Altria, which is basically they deal with a lot of cigarette companies like Philip Morris. They own Philip Morris. They own Juul. But anyways, the big news that came out this morning right as the market opened, Altria is in talks with Philip Morris to merge the stock. And Altria took off like over 10%. It's came down since because the market's doing crazy volatile stuff as usual. But I got in the average price of $46 and something. And that stock shot up over 52. So almost $6 per share that I've made. I know it's come down some and I'll look at it. I'm probably going to do a closer look video on Altria to talk about the possible merger with Philip Morris. Nothing is set in stone. They haven't came to a deal. That was the stock moving just off of news about talking about merging with Philip Morris. So that's going to conclude this video today. If you like the content, subscribe, like the video, hit that bell for future notifications, and I will see you in the next video.